While many global conversations keep insisting that women's power is stalling, while corporate support for women has declined compared to, we'll say, 4 years ago, and while female employment is under pressure in major economies, Africa just placed multiple women inside Forbes' top 100 most powerful women on earth. Not symbolic leaders, not honorary mentions, ranked, measured, and confirmed. And remember, if you want more Africa First stories the Western media often ignores, hit subscribe because we don't chase the headlines, we chase the truth behind them. And by the end of this video, you'll understand who these African women are, where Forbes ranked them globally, and what their rise tells us about Africa's real power shift.
Hi everybody, I'm Brittany Lewis, a reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is my colleague, Forbes Women Senior Editor, Maggie McGrath. Maggie, it's always a pleasure speaking with you in studio. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I want to start off with a big congratulations. Forbes' list of the world's 100 most powerful women is out today. So before we dive into who exactly are the movers and shakers on this list, how do you pick who is featured? Let's talk logistics here. How do you select these women?
Well, unlike other Forbes lists, there is no online submission call for nominations. We effectively look across the world and look at who is leading the world's biggest GDPs, who is leading the world's biggest companies. We look at revenue, we look at GDP, we look at country population, we look at employee counts for companies, both public and private. We look at stock market price. It's Forbes. We love our numbers. We look at net worth for philanthropists, right? Who are the billionaires who are deploying their wealth for good? We look at entertainers who are commanding the biggest audiences vis-a-vis concert sales, vis-a-vis social media audiences. All of these metrics go into a formula that effectively produces the ranking that you see today.
And to your point, we're Forbes, we love numbers. So give us the numbers here. How many people are these women influencing? We're also Forbes, we love money. How much economic power do these women yield?
Across all 100, if you add up all the populations of countries, all the employee counts of companies, we get a purview of, it sounds insane, but about 1 billion people. And even within the top 5, I was looking and added up how many people live in the countries that are shaped by the leaders on the top 5 of the list, which I'm sure we'll get into. That is 765 million people, just under the power of our top 5 on the list. Collectively, across all 100 on the list, there is about $37 trillion worth of economic power. Within the top 5, $27 trillion of economic power.
Before we dive into the top 5 women on this list, you wrote today that the Forbes Power Women prevailed in the face of a rough 2025. So run us through a highlight reel of this year. It was turbulent, but why was it particularly challenging for women in general?
Where do I begin? Let's start with the United States. Here we've seen job losses for women that are, at this point in December, approaching close to 500,000 in number. That is a number unlike most points in American history, with the exception of the pandemic, when so many working parents were pushed out of the workforce because daycares were closed, they had to stay home to take care of their kids, and of all the economic turmoil during the pandemic produced layoffs. We've seen layoffs this year.
All right, so every year Forbes releases its list of the 100 most powerful women in the world. And so this isn't only about popularity, it's about control as well. So Forbes ranks women based on decision-making ability or authority, economic reach, and institutional power amongst the things that she's already listed. So these are ability to shape outcomes beyond borders, right? And in 2025, Forbes released this list with a warning. It said, globally, corporate commitment to women's advancement has declined, and the progress made after the pandemic is slowing. So this list isn't just recognition, it's a stress test, right? And Africa passed it. So while some regions are still reassessing diversity initiatives, Africa's women are already on the balance sheet. So people think this means, this is a net worth headline or celebrity, viral attention, and that's just noise, right? So power is who controls capital, who writes policy, who governs institutions, and who decides outcomes. And Africa has many women ranked inside of these rooms, right? So the outdated commentary has officially expired, right? African women are not being, prevented they're being added to systems and they're running them, right? So let's walk through these 6 African women Forbes has ranked globally, from highest ranked to lowest ranked globally, okay? So the first person that we're going to go over here is Mary Vilakasi. She is South African, and she is the CEO of First Rand Group, right? So Mary Vilakasi is the highest ranked African woman on the list. She leads First Rand, one of Africa's largest financial institutions, overseeing billions in assets, right? Lending decisions across Southern Africa. She controls access to capital for households and businesses. And this is not symbolic leadership. This is a woman who decides banking power for individuals and for corporations, and decide who grows and who doesn't, right? So she was number 74. 78 here we have is Judith Suminwa Tshilukela. She is from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Her role is as prime minister. She is the first woman to serve as prime minister of the DRC, one of the most resource-rich countries on earth. And we've gone over this before in a previous Power Report. The DRC has over $24 trillion worth of minerals, estimated to be just under the ground, right? So her power sits at the intersection of public finance, resource governance, institutional reform. And this is a country that shapes global mineral supply chains, and administrative power is geopolitical power, right? Next on the list is number 79, Ntuma Nandi-Ndaitwah. She is Namibian, right? So she is the current president. In 2025, she became Namibia's first female president. And as head of state, she controls national economic policy. She controls debt management, international representation. So this is sovereign authority, not influence theater. Next we have on the list is number 92, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, right? And she is Nigerian. Her role is as the Director General of the World Trade Organization, and she's the first woman and the first African to lead the WTO. So her power is global. She controls trade rules, dispute resolution, supply chain governance. She doesn't chase wealth. She sets the conditions wealth moves through, right? Next, we have number 98, Mo Abudu, excuse me. She is Nigerian, and her role is that of founder of Ebony Life Media. Mo Abudu controls narrative infrastructure through global deals with industries such as Netflix, Sony, and international broadcasters. She determines which African stories reach the world and how Africa is represented in them. Who gets access to global audiences, right? So in the 21st century, media ownership is a major strategic power. And next we have Mpumi Amadisa. So she is South African. Her role as CEO of Bidvest Group. While not always listed separately in ranked summaries, Amadisa is consistently cited in Forbes-linked coverage of one of Africa's most powerful corporate leaders. She leads a multinational conglomerate across logistics, services, industrial sectors, and she commands employment, capital flow, and operational scale. So a joke here is it said that they don't break glass ceilings, they redesign the entire building. So what this signals here is that this isn't coincidence, right? Africa's systems are advancing or maturing or changing. The financial institutions, the governments, the media empires, the global rule-making bodies, right? So women are not waiting to be invited. They are being selected by the outcomes that they produce. So if you watched earlier Africa Power Reports, you've already know that Africa's future is institutional, ownership matters, governance matters. Women are now and have always been central to that architecture. So in next episodes, future episodes, we'll go deeper about why Africa produces women leaders faster in pressured environments, right? And what the world can learn from it. So here's the truth in one sentence, right? While the world hesitates, Africa is already placing women inside global power rankings decisively. So, mashallah, that's your African insight for today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm Mr. Empower TV. We don't chase the headlines, we chase the truth behind them. This is Mr. Empower, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.